Hi guys, it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to show you how I set up my bullet journal. I made a video a while back about finding motivation as a mom, and in it I showed you guys a bullet journal that I used, but that one's all filled up now. I've got a new one. Today I'm going to show you what I put in it, the things I use it for, and how I set up my weekly calendar. I hope you guys enjoy this video and can maybe get some inspiration from it. This is my bullet journal. So today I'm working in my newer one. It says Girl Boss. I guess that's cute, but it just happened to be on clearance, so that's why I got it. This is by Pink Light Design. It is the Dream On collection. It's a pretty decent book, and I do use dotted paper. Not that dotted paper. I use dotted paper for my bullet journaling. I've tried graphs and lines, but I just prefer dots. So I'm just going to show you how I've got this set up, and then I'll show you my weekly setup, which I'm actually going to draw and set up with you guys. So this first page is normally where you would have like a title page, I guess. I don't know, write my name and the year and something pretty, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I like making something pretty in my bullet journal, but I don't always have the time. So I haven't done that yet. And then the first thing I put on here, which is really helpful, is I just kind of break up how many cells there are in each row and each column. So that just helps me for when I'm splitting things up for multiple days. I can see if I want to put 7 days on one page, then there are going to be 4 cells in each day. And likewise if I did it up and down here. So I just put that in, and then I write there 28 cells across, 38 cells up and down. I can always refer back to this page when I'm designing a new week, so that's really helpful. And then I start in with my monthly calendar, I guess. And I used to do it like a normal calendar, like a block, but there wasn't a whole lot of room to write that way, so I saw someone do it this way, so I tried this. So then you can see those are just the weeks, and then I did put the block here just so I could see what it looks like. And then I put up here anything I want to do that month, and then that will translate later into the bullet journal. I'll show you that. So I always have a chore that I do every month. So October was wash windows, that kind of leaked into November, and then November's whiteboard work, so that you can see this is where we are here. That's it, man. That's 2019. That's all. So this is supposed to say 2020. I just haven't done that part yet either. I just went ahead and filled all that out ahead of time. The next page I did was I have like a little wish list page, just keeping track of items I want for my birthday or Christmas. And then I did this. I've got some colored markers that I use for my bullet journal, and I just kind of put a little mark of each of them to see what the colors are. And when I look at templates online, like on Pinterest, the design ideas, I'm like, ooh, I really want to do this one, and I like the colors they have in it. I can find the closest color I have and then go get the marker. And I did this because the color on the marker, here, let me see if I can find it. So these are what the markers look like. I actually had to name them. They weren't named, and I didn't want to number them, so I named them. So this one's called Red Orange. The color on the cap of the marker doesn't always match the color that it colors. So this one's actually not too bad. That's Red Orange right there. But some of them are way off, so I renamed them and colored them out so I can tell what they're going to look like. And then this next page is just kind of blank. Here I've started kind of wish lists for Heidi and for Aaron, and I'll put Georgia here too, but I didn't really make a page out of that yet. Like I said, kind of short on time. Here's where I actually began planning my YouTube channel. It all started right here, folks, from this beautiful little page. So here's kind of my ideas that I had, and then these are video ideas that I'm gonna make. I've got a lot, and if you ever come up with any video ideas, let me know, because I will just keep adding to the list. I love space, so I can make more of a list. And then here we are. This was where I started out. Hello, October. So as you can see, I really do like to put artsy things in my bullet journal. I think it makes it pretty and fun, and that's what motivates me to use it, is the fact that I've spent time on it, so I'm going to use it. You can see in October I did spend time on it, and it looks pretty good if I do say so myself. And then I put my calendar here, and then this is where I put my monthly to-dos. Wash windows is on here, and that was the one that was over here on the monthly calendar part. And I actually didn't color it out, but I did do it, just not until November, so I never came back and did that. So I just put the things I want to do right here, and then those will translate to my weekly pages. So this is the first week of October that I did, and I did a running list. You can see wipe ceiling fans, bam, was right there. Wipe ceiling fans was the first thing on my monthly to-do list. So I moved my monthly to-do list to my weekly ones, which seems maybe like, I don't know, why don't I just keep going back, but I like seeing it on the page I'm on. So if I know I want to do that monthly item this week, I'll put it on this week. My weekly setups are always different. So I have a Pinterest board of bullet journal pages that I like, weekly setups and monthly setups, and I pretty much copy them. So these designs are not original to me. This was actually the first time I've ever done a running list. Normally I do just like a to-do checklist, but I really like doing this. I thought it looked really neat, and you could see kind of what days were my more productive days. So like Monday and Tuesday I was nailing it. I don't think I did anything Wednesday, so it's just interesting to see how that works. But I will always have a to-do list or a running list, my days, which this one had Saturday and Sunday over here, which was interesting. And then I'll have a little section for YouTube, just jotting down notes for what I want to do. I will always have a meal section to write down what meals I have I can make for that week. So I'll show you a couple weeks. This was another one that I copied, and you can see it's a little bit different. This was a to-do list style. All my days are in boxes. There's my YouTube and my meal section. There's another style I've done. I like to try them all. It's just fun. This one was not my favorite. I did not spend a lot of time on this one, and I actually didn't go off of a design for this one. I did make this one up. So if you think this is just absolutely stunning, you may copy it. But it's just like my least favorite page in this book so far. But it worked. As you can see, it was a rough week. I got not a lot of things done. Didn't even have a lot on my list, and I didn't get it done. And that happens. Not every week am I like really on top of it. Another great example. November started, and I never made a November page. So normally this next page would be like that November monthly setup, but I never made that. I didn't realize we were in November. I just kept going. And this was another one I made up all by myself. This one's a great example of kind of how messy they can get. Like, see, I didn't like this idea for a YouTube video, so I kind of came up here and wrote all this out, and then I had some notes for a novel I'm writing that I wrote out here. So just a lot of different things just get thrown on here. This week I was very proud of my setup. I thought it looked quite cute. This was again copied from something on Pinterest, and I liked it. Pretty proud of how it turned out. I think it was very adorable. And then this weekend here I was sick, and for a couple days, and I'm still sick, you can hear it in my nose probably. I didn't make this until Tuesday, but this is this week, the week we've got set up here, and I have my meals, my YouTube, and my to-do list. So on my to-do list, make next week, in parentheses, record. So that's what we're doing right now. We are going to make this next week and record it. This is a very strange ruler. It's my husband's. I stole it from his drawer. I'm not really sure what it is, but I do like this kind. All right, so in the plan I'm looking at, it's kind of split up in thirds. So the days will take up 2/3, and then you have just kind of 1/3 on the edge. So that's where I go back to my handy dandy little chart here, and I will see if I want to split it in thirds. A third would be 9 cells with 1 cell left over. So I'm going to do that. This will be 18 cells, and then there will be 9 cells on the outside. And then I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 sections here, and then a 4th that is slightly bigger. So if I want to divide it by 4, that would also be 9 cells with 2 left over, which would make that top cell a little bit bigger. So we're just going to do that. We're going to make this 18 by 9, and we'll get right after it. A lot of bullet journaling is just counting. That's why I like to do it when the kids are asleep, because if I do it when they're awake, I will lose count. And nobody likes that. My first bullet journal was a paperback bullet journal, and then this one is obviously hardback. The reason I got a hardback one and a smaller one this time was so that I could carry it with me in my purse. My other one was so big and it was flimsy, I felt like it would just get destroyed in my purse. So this way I can carry this one around and not feel like I'm going to break it. So I know one thing that bothers people about bullet journaling is that it's not perfect, and as you can see I've made a couple mistakes already. I didn't want this line to go all the way up, I wanted it to kind of stop there, and then this line I took too far. So you're definitely going to make mistakes, and especially since I'm writing in pen, I can't fix those mistakes then. So if you are someone who really gets bothered by mistakes, perhaps bullet journaling is not the thing for you. But I just kind of go with them. There's nothing I can do about it, so I don't need to worry about it. A lady at my church sometimes says, mistakes are just smiling opportunities. And I kind of like to think of it that way. Granted, some mistakes you don't want to smile about, but mistakes are just smiling opportunities. It's kind of fun to think about. Made another one. I'm on a roll today with the mistakes. And I usually do make a couple of mistakes on each page, and then by the end of it there's so much going on you don't actually notice that much. If I didn't edit this video before I showed it to you guys, it would just be a bunch of shots of me counting. And you would also hear lots of me singing with a stuffy nose, which I'm not sure is what you want to hear right now. Okay, so that's the first part done. This is going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and weekend. A lot of times I'll put Saturday and Sunday together because then you have 6 days and it's symmetrical and beautiful and nice. Okay, so I finished everything that I used the ruler for. I got that all set up. As you can see, that's pretty much what it looks like on the picture, so I'm pretty proud of that. I need to go get my black marker to kind of finish up some of the details, and then we'll start filling her in. These are the markers that I have. They are by Leisure Arts, and the box is torn up because children, and there are 60 different colors in here. This is the other part that I think might bother some people, is the handwriting. And I will say this really bothered me at first because my handwriting ain't the cutest. I do not have the best handwriting and calligraphy doesn't come naturally to me. I have looked up kind of ways to fake calligraphy. At some point I just got over the fact that my handwriting's not that cute, and you know what? It's okay. It will work out. Now I'm going to fill it in. I will say this setup with the calendar up top and then these days is kind of superfluous. I usually end up having way too much space in these individual days anyway, but it looks good, so I'm gonna stick with it. I usually don't stray too far from the examples I see. The first thing I write down are things I know I'm gonna do every month. So that would be things like make next week. I know I'm going to have to make the next week's page, so I put that down right away. I am working on an ongoing project right now, so I will put that down. I know it won't actually get crossed off, and sometimes I'll put like smaller versions of that goal, but it's just I've got to sew some hats, so I just write it down there, and eventually it will get crossed off once all 4 hats are made. I'm down to 2 left, so I'm halfway there, but I just kind of leave it on there as a reminder. The next thing I do then is I go back to the week before and I fill in anything I haven't finished. So here you can see there's a lot I haven't finished, but it is only Thursday, so I'm actually going to wait until Monday of this week to put those on the to-do list. And then the last thing I have are the monthly to-dos. So every month I clean my microwave, my stove/oven, my refrigerator, and then I wipe the cabinets. So I actually just today cleaned the fridge and the microwave, and I need to clean the stove. So I'm going to put wiped cabinets down here. I find that making sure I do those 4 things every month just keeps a cleaner kitchen for me, and I am happy in a clean kitchen. And that's actually like my husband's love language, is a clean kitchen. So I've only got 3 things on the to-do list right now, and that looks really good. But as you can see, they start to add up as the week goes on. The next thing that I do is I will fill out my daily lists of things to do, and that's what I put here. So every Monday, I clean the kitchen and do a load of laundry. Every Tuesday, I clean the living room and plan meals. Every Wednesday, I clean the bathrooms and I go shopping and I do a load of laundry. Every Thursday, I clean the stairs and hall, and Friday, I clean bedrooms and do more laundry. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I'm doing National Novel Writing Month for the month of November. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. My Instagram is always down below in the description box. You can just kind of see what I'm doing with my life and actually get to see more of my kids there. But since I'm doing NaNoWriMo, I'm going to put that down every day. You'll notice I don't actually give myself daily chores to do on the weekend. I know, especially if you're a working mom, the weekend is the time to do your chores. Because I'm a stay-at-home mom, I can do more chores during the weekday, so I really leave my weekends open to focus more on family time. And you can see if I'm going to do one day for a weekend, I will just kind of split it into 2 columns. The next thing I do is I'm going to just double check the week before and see if I had any like daily tasks that will be the same. Awana is here on Wednesday, so I know we're going to have Awana on Wednesday. So I'll write that down. So then I'm going to go back and check my November. I just have actually 2 things on Friday the 22nd. So I will write those down. I'm going to go see the play Christmas at Pemberley with my mom and sisters. and it sounds really fun. And then the other thing I'm doing, I really want to make sure I don't miss. I'm going to write that in a red pen so I don't miss it. The last thing I do is grab our family calendar, and I'm not actually going to show it to you because there are faces on it because it is a family calendar. My mother-in-law makes it every year, and it's got family faces on it and a bunch of fun pictures from the year before. But I just checked to see if there's anything going on that week that we wrote on here that I haven't gotten in my journal yet. So it looks like, actually, I totally forgot this. Monday, we won't even be home the whole day. We are going to be visiting a friend, so that's gonna be fun. I think I'm gonna put Aaron's work up here, so things he's doing, I will put up here. I'm glad I checked. We have something else going on Wednesday that I might have forgotten. That's an important one. If there are appointments or things I really cannot forget, I will put them in red or highlight them. And I think that's it. I'm leaving my meals blank because I won't fill those out until on Tuesday when I plan them, and then I'm leaving the YouTube section blank because I'm just not thinking about YouTube right now. I'm making a video and that's good enough, so I'm not sure what my next video will be, but I will plan that out here. Well guys, that's it. That was my bullet journal. It's nothing revolutionary, just how I use it and how I set it up. I hope it was interesting for you guys, and maybe it gave you some inspiration on how to set yours up. If you haven't tried a bullet journal before, you should. It's lots of fun, and it keeps your scheduling a little more interesting and a little more creative. If you guys like this video, please give me a big ol' thumbs up, and then hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you can be notified every time I post, which is every Friday. And occasionally, I'll post on Wednesdays if I'm extra prepared and have some videos ready for you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye!